With trade tensions mounting between the United States and China, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and other top economic advisors now heading to Beijing to try to avert an all-out trade war. Let's bring in the coming collapse of China. He is author Gordon Chang. What are we going to get out of this deal-making coming up, Gordon?
I'm not very hopeful. You know, the reason why we got into this disastrous position with China is because China dishonored prior trade agreements with us. You don't settle this with another trade agreement. You know, if the Chinese want to talk to us, have them come to Washington. And by the way, if they want to come to Washington to talk to us, we tell them, no, you're not flying Air China, you're flying United.
Well, so what do you want out of this deal making next week?
Well, I want China to stop pirating U.S. intellectual property to the tune of maybe, what, $600 billion a year. I want them to stop dishonoring prior trade agreements with us.
How do you get them to stop? How do you get them to stop that?
You do it by imposing those tariffs that President Trump talked about in the tune of $150 billion. Yes, this is going to cause trade friction. It's going to hurt some U.S. producers. But we got to do that because China is engaging in practices which are increasingly predatory. And the worst ones, Liz, are those where they steal U.S. innovation. Because right now, we have an innovation-based economy. They take our innovation. We do not have an economy.
Yeah, that's right. And then they launch it in one of their companies. Their companies compete with our companies. I mean, here's the backstory, Gordon. China is reportedly furious with North Korea and its nuclear tests, certainly near the border, with that mountain nuclear site collapsing, and there's radiation leaks and an earthquake swarm coming into China. How does North Korea factor in the China trade talks?
Well, basically, the United States, President Trump has said, I'll go easy on China on trade if they help on North Korea. I don't agree with that approach. But unfortunately, China in the last couple of months hasn't been helping, because although China's sanctions enforcement is much better than it was 2 years ago, 2 months ago, if we look back, it's gotten markedly worse. They're openly violating these sanctions. They're actually sending us proof that they're violating sanctions and basically telling President Trump, I dare you to do anything. When Kim Jong-un went to Beijing at the end of last month, China allowed the photographing of the gifts that Xi Jinping gave to Kim. That's a violation of UN sanctions, about $394,000 worth of porcelain and jewelry. That's prohibited by the UN. And the Chinese basically publicized it as a way to say to Trump, look, we're going to violate these sanctions. You're not going to do anything about it. And that really is a problem for us.
But General Keane is saying Trump is really putting the squeeze on North Korea, shutting down 80% of its imports going into North Korea. How bad is that country's economic condition?
I think it's actually quite bad. The extent that they have an economy at all is because Kim Jong-un is using money from his slush fund, office number 39, to build all these big projects. But I don't think that that's sustainable. We have seen a number of reports saying, for instance, from South Korea, that they're going to run out of foreign currency reserves by October. May not be that dire, but nonetheless, we know that the Trump sanctions and the UN sanctions that we've pushed are actually starting to really cut the flow of money to the regime.